Greetings. My name is Sonia Ramsu. This week's topic for EDD 834, Creating Strategic Change That Lasts, is social power. For the next several minutes, I will be discussing the five types of social power. I will also provide an analysis of the dominant social power in my work setting. And finally, I will be discussing the alpha dog concept. The ability of one person or group to get others to do his or her will is defined as social power. During the 1950s, French and Raven identified five distinct types of power. The types of social power are expert, referent, coercive, reward, and legitimate. Leaders who exhibit strong expert power have a high level of knowledge. In fact, it is not uncommon for others to seek out those leaders for advice or to simply just follow their lead. Leaders with referent power are often trusted and respected by others. As a result, leaders with referent power are viewed as role models for others that they manage within an organization. Coercive power involves threats of punishment for noncompliance or maybe even failing to follow directions. Subordinates in this environment may actually fear losing their job or missing out on the company's financial or annual bonus. Leaders who implement reward power influence others through extrinsic as well as intrinsic rewards, and finally, legitimate power is based upon one's power as a result of a position or title. Legitimate power also includes reciprocity norms, equity norms, and social responsibilities. The dominant type of social power that I believe is prevalent in my work setting is legitimate power. Legitimate power comes from a person's formal position within an organization. Most organizations establish hierarchies and formal positions to enable them to focus their efforts, set and accomplish goals, and maintain social order. Initially, after our new director was hired, my colleagues and I followed her because we wanted to respect her position. As she formally introduced herself, it was evident that she had certain rights and authorities within her role as our new director of the Office of Early Learning and Literacy. Due to the various personalities and work ethics of my colleagues, her leadership was definitely needed to maintain control while transitioning from one leader to the next. Unfortunately, the arrival of the pandemic brought our face to face meetings to a screeching halt. As a result, our leader realized how difficult it would be to gain our trust and to get us to buy into her vision. Through my observations and professional conversations with our director, I've learned of several aspects that are related to her legitimate power. For one, she has the ability to determine who is hired as well as who's fired. While our human resources department and state superintendent ultimately make this final decision, our leader ensures that there are formal methods in place for removing or possibly demoting someone within our organization. Secondly, although our leader's legitimate authority ends at a certain time each day, she often assigns teams multiple tasks that must be completed in a timely manner. Our leader also has a symbol of authority so that others recognize her and conduct themselves accordingly. For example, our department now has its own company logo. In addition, our leader has an MBA and her doctorate degree in educational leadership. She also dresses as a professional and competent leader should, and she drives a company car. Finally, due to our age of accountability, our director consistently reflects on fiscal responsibility because it is taxpayers' money that supports our work. She also bears the responsibility of ensuring that checks and balances are in place because she represents the organization. The alpha dog is a concept adopted from observing wolves. Alphas are the leaders of a pack. This concept is figuratively used to refer to a group of leaders who rule with an iron fist and brutal tactics. Likewise, the concept of the alpha dog is synonymous with someone who is the strongest and most capable in a group. This belief stems from studies of wolves in captivity who actually force other wolves into submission. Research shows that humans have used the term alpha to explain and justify the savage behavior of some colleagues in their work environment. For many of us, alphas can be described as strong willed bullies who others avoid at all costs. In reality, this behavior describes someone who is insecure in their leadership role and may fear a loss of their power. If alphas were true leaders, their wisdom and character would cause people to willingly follow them, not run in the opposite direction when they see them coming. Thus, alphas are often a symbol of greatness for what they could be one day. However, the real tragedy of this misconception is that many leaders are hired due to their intimidating or dominating personalities as to opposed to true leadership skills. In fact, what they accomplish does not necessarily equate to a capacity to lead with authority. Sadly, their subordinates who might truly encompass the qualities of true leadership are often overlooked. Again, I am Sonia Ramsue, and I just reviewed discussing the 5 types of social power. I provided an analysis of the dominant social power in my work setting, and I briefly explained the alpha dog concept. I hope you enjoyed this video presentation, and I hope to see you soon. Until next time.